The Arnold Classic is around the corner and RX Muscle has you covered with previews and analysis from the top minds in bodybuilding and interviews with the top competitors and personalities in the sport. It's RX Muscle's Iron Road to the Arnold, sponsored by SciTech Nutrition, only on rxmuscle.com.
Welcome to Arnold Week here at Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, March 2nd, 2016. Let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Extraordinary accomplishments require extraordinary measures, and that's exactly what Yamagishi is currently engaged in. Earlier this week, Yamagishi released footage from his final leg training session before the upcoming Arnold Classic, giving his fans a sneak peek into what it takes to become a champion. Hidetada enters this show as the primary threat to last year's defending champion, Jose Ramy, and it's certainly going to take everything he's got to dethrone the Boston Mass. Even if Yamagishi shows up at his all-time best, if we get anything even remotely close to the Jose Ramy we saw last year, it still may be lights out for the entire lineup. Fresh off a huge sophomore season that included his first career win and a trip to the Olympia stage, Maxx is only a few days away from unleashing Maxx 3.0 on the bodybuilding world. With his impossibly wide back, huge billowy muscle bellies, and crazy V-taper, Charles is without a doubt one of the freakiest men in bodybuilding. But despite how crazy looking his upper half is, if there's been one knock on Maxx over the years, it's been that his lagging legs have hurt his overall symmetry. If he shows up in shape with even a few minor improvements to the lower body, he's going to make things very interesting for the judges in the top 6. After finally earning his IFBB Pro card back at last year's NPC Nationals, brand spanking new IFBB Pro Eddie Bracamontes is ready to bring his talents to a pro stage for the first time. Over the weekend, Bracamontes released his first official progress photos, showing off some impressive new size gains, along with a much better level of conditioning this far out than we've seen from him in years past. Bracamontes has really put in the work to make improvements over the past few seasons, and the proof is in the product. But life up there on the pro stage is an entirely different animal, and as Darwin said, it's survival of the fittest. So when Bracamontes finally delivers his anticipated pro debut, it better be a meteoric appearance, or else. We don't really make it a habit of keeping up with the Chinese zodiac here at Muscle in the Morning, but it's looking like 2016 could be the year of the king snake. Late last week, Steve Kuclo leaked some new footage from a recent shoulder training session, where we see the former top 10 Olympian looking bigger and better than ever. After a breakout 2014 that saw him win the Arnold Brazil and take 9th at the Olympia, many predicted that Kuclo would establish himself as one of the sport's top-tier athletes in 2015. But for one reason or another, he just never really seemed to be able to hit his stride. Now that he looks to be rejuvenated, Kuclo looks like he's back to his old self, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see some of that vintage king snake nastiness return to the stage later this year. To quote the great Mark Twain, "The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated." After setting the internet on fire a few months ago, when pictures surfaced of Big Ramy looking relatively human, he officially decided to leave humanity once again. Late last week, Ramy leaked one of those classic jaw-dropping, "there's no way this can be real, it has to be photoshopped" off-season photos that he's become famous for over the years. And I think it's safe to say that not only is he officially back, but he might actually be getting better, as scary as that may sound. It's still way too early to start speculating about how he might place at this show or that show, but one thing should be certainly abundantly clear. Big Ramy Elssbiay is a very dangerous threat to the Olympic throne. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. Check out IronMagLabs.com today. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Hey guys, it's Stevie B here. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button below and never miss another RX Muscle show, segment, or update. RX Muscle is #1. Woo!